Yeah, like I said before, we're gonna make this bike look even more ridiculous with that big old thing hanging out of it. That's okay though, because I think the shots are gonna be absolutely worth it. Well, good evening everybody, it's Clutch here from the Sodak Motorcycle Blog, although I'm talking to you in the morning. Welcome back. We're now, what, the second Thursday of June, so hopefully your summer is in full swing now. If it's your first time here at Sodak Motorcycle Blog, we are a blog, or motovlog, that produces weekly motorcycle videos from the content perspective of a gold ring rider in the Black Hills. So anyways, what do you get from that? Well, you get some riding around the Black Hills, you get Sturgis Rally content, which ironically that's where I'm heading to right now. Not the rally, the town. You also get some Goldwing stuff. You get all kinds of weird things here. So, like I said, hopefully you stick around. When you hit the subscribe button, you can be reminded of weekly notifications. If you hit the bell notification icon, that'll alert you to our videos coming out. But anyways, what's the point, Clutch? Well, I can tell you what, today I don't know if there really is a point to what I got to say today, but we got kind of everything going on here. Anyways, focus. So I know it's been a few weeks, but if you're wondering, the poker run went pretty well. We didn't do as good as we did last year, but I figured there was no way we were going to do what we did last year. Last year was like the perfect combination of everything going right. But this year it was still a pretty solid run. I think we sold just right about 70 hands. And I think we had about 20 to 30 bikes or so, which was still pretty good, pretty happy with that. We made $559 for, excuse me, South Dakota Service Dogs, so we got them some cash. And then our two bartenders, one of them my wife and a friend of hers, they also made over $300 in tips for South Dakota Service Dogs. So we made a decent amount of cash for them that day. Granted, it's probably a drop in the bucket to put a service dog out there, but you know what? Every little bit helps. So if you're one of those at the event, thank you for coming out. Thank you for supporting it. And everything's looking like we're going to be back same time, same day next year. It'll be the Saturday before Memorial Day. Obviously got to lock that in with Black Hills Harley Davidson, but that's kind of the plan. We're thinking Northern Hills for this next year, so not going to reveal all the stops to you yet, but you'll probably like them. But anyways, once they got that run, and we were asked by another person who's doing a poker run later on, and he was asking if we got kicked out, if we had been inside, or if we got kicked out to the outside too. And it's like, no, they said this year they're doing everything on the patio. They're not doing anything inside unless there's inclement weather. And well, apparently this particular run was very, very offended by that. Now, and yes, is it nicer to be inside? Yes. Last year when they asked, because they used to be, you had a choice, and last year when they asked if I want to be inside or outside, I picked inside to keep the wind down from blowing all our crap around, and also in case there was all of a sudden a rainstorm comes up, we ain't got to scramble to get stuff covered. But with the new, I'm guessing with the new ownership change, that's what they changed, and frankly it was still no big deal to me. I just thought that, okay, cool, that's because in the end, you know, they don't have to have us. They don't need us there. Frankly, we need them more than they need us for our poker run, because Black Hills Harley is the best place for us to go. It's a natural meeting spot. There's always people there. Especially if we get a deal where we're working the, you know, working the bar or something like that, you're going to get some tips for the club off of, or for, not the club, for South Coast Service Dogs off of that. So that was very much a good thing, I thought. But no, they were very, very offended by it. So offended that they actually are going to a different spot to start and end their poker run in. Which, I guess I could understand the frustration, but at the same time, you got to understand, when you're doing a poker run, you kind of got to work with your host a little bit, because in the end they can just say no. I mean, if you have a big enough problem with what they're giving you, they can just say no, and you don't have a place to go. So I guess to me it's kind of one of those, like, what, you know, I don't know, it come off as very entitled to me. You are totally in the wrong lane. Okay, we're back on. So what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. It was kind of just, I don't know, like I said, I was kind of surprised by how just offended they were by it. Like, like when they emailed me and said, yeah, everything's going to be on the patio this year, only inside in us clement weather. I guess I was just like, okay, cool. Like, I don't know. But it's kind of a known charity. Like I said, I'm not going to mention it. But, like, that, to me, that's one of the things you got to watch out when you're getting into this charity business of doing good is, don't get a big head about it. Like, to me, kind of remember what you're doing it for. That's usually what I always reiterate every year. And it's not like I'm the expert on charities or nothing, but that's one thing I always try to reiterate every year is, like, just remember the reason for this run. It's not for us to ride motorcycles or do this or get recognition. It's so that we can go and we can provide some money to South Dakota Service Dogs. That's kind of the focus. And I mean, in a way, I almost kind of a little bit felt a little uncomfortable when we got asked to come on TV before it, because I will say this, they were pretty good about mentioning who it was for and not making about us, that was my big concern, because I didn't want to be about us, because in the end, it's not about us. It's about our charity that we're supporting, South Dakota Service Dogs, and helping them out. But it's just, I don't know, it's always kind of depressing when you get into the world of charities where it almost becomes a, well, you know, oh, well, this charity is not this, and this charity is not that, and this charity, and blah, 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 and it becomes almost a fight between charities. I'm not kidding. We have another charity in the area that kind of does the same thing, and they found out we were supporting South Dakota Service Dogs in February. Basically went on a tirade about how bad the charity we're supporting are. So it's, I mean, it's like, where do you win, you know? Like I said, I think too many of these charities spend too much time. They lose the focus. They forget about what it's there for. It becomes a competition for them, and that's what it shouldn't be. But, well, look what I found. Hill City. By the way, this is being recorded the day after Memorial Day, so tourist season is in full swing. Just wanted to swing down the main drag, see what's going on in town. Obviously a bunch, because Hill City's got a bunch going on all the time. Normally I wouldn't come this way, but I decided why not. Do something different. Plus, like, I was behind the vehicle, I was kind of tired of looking at because they couldn't decide whether they wanted to be 5 miles below the speed limit or 10 miles below the speed limit. So I figured, go a different route. Maybe luck out, catch the light right, and if all else fails, I don't have to keep following them. So, I mean, I'm still following them, but I'm just further back now. But part of the fun of tourism season around here. Tourists really struggle with speed limits. And it's probably a combination of factors. Don't know where they're going. Got their minds on other stuff. Maybe the kids in the back seat won't stop being little hellions. Nice, beautiful day today. 66 up here, so it's warmer up here today than it was on Poker Run Day, so sometimes that's how it goes. I think we might take a little swing through Custer State Park, maybe. So considering that my video 2 weeks ago was about the microwave, and I made the comment, it seems like the cool guys hang out around here. I'll tell you what, not today. Not today. I feel like every wave I've displayed has been returned today, so maybe we're changing our tune around here. Also, I saw a new one. The spider I waved at before did the one finger up there off the handlebar like that. Now, before you're like, the spider is the snowmobile with the wheels on the front. The rider still sits astride. They're still exposed. They actually have handlebars, so it's not a slingshot. At least everybody I know, they get the slingshot and the spider mixed up all the time, and they are two very distinct things. They are not interchangeable. Let's put it this way, the only thing that makes them similar is the fact they have 3 wheels. That's it. We can end it right there. The slingshot still gives you kind of a motorcycle feel. And if you ask me, it's better than a trike, if you ask me. More stable. Actually, also a lot cheaper. You can get like a brand new limited for, oh gosh, I think you can get a brand new limited for like 30 grand. Whereas if you buy a brand new trike, well, guess what? It's 30 to 35 for the trike or the bike itself, and then probably 10 to 15 grand for the trike kit. Because that's the thing, when you buy a trike, part of the reason they're so expensive, essentially you're buying a trike kit with it. So I figured that's what I'm gonna end up on someday, is probably a slingshot. Or not a slingshot. See, there I go. Now I'm confusing them. See what those bastards do? So I think I will end up on a spider. I feel like that's where I'm gonna end up on someday. I feel like that's logical. Most cost effective, and I've ridden both a spider and a trike. Granted, it was 2 Harley-Davidson trikes, but excuse me, I'd still go with the spider. And I'm saying that without ever having ridden a Goldwing trike, because I know the Goldwing guys are going to come at me about that. They're going to explain to me, you haven't experienced a trike because you haven't been on a Goldwing. I'm pretty sure it's pretty much the same. It's, yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, trikes are beautiful and those kits are awesome, but like I said, I feel like for being on a Spider and on a trike, I feel like I'll have a lot sportier feel from a Spider. But it's all going to depend on where I'm at that point in life. I can assure you it will be, if it is going to be a trike, it's going to probably be a Goldwing trike, because my wife will not ride a Harley Davidson. She will not. She is not a fan of them. She has never really been a fan of them. She is very much a, well, I'd say a not Harley chick. Those switchbacks are always fun. Alright, we'll talk later. Alright, Park Pass acquired. If you have a CSL Plasma card, it does not work at Custer State Park. Found that out. It randomly works in places and some places it don't. That's okay, I had another card to use, so it's all good. $38, and you know what? It keeps this park going, so. Do I wish that if you were in the Guard, you got a free one here? Absolutely. A lot of states do that. A lot of states give a discount to veterans. State of South Dakota is new. But I think some of that is also part of the fact that, well, if veterans got into South Dakota state parks free, I'm pretty sure the state parks would go broke because of the amount of veterans we have around here. But like I said, hell, it's 38 bucks for an annual. If I remember right, it's 20 for, no. Yeah, is it 20 for the week? I thought it was 10. No, I'm pretty sure it's, well, I honestly can't remember now what the pass is, because I know a couple years ago we come here during rally and it was $20 for the week, but I'm pretty sure it's still 10 for a week. I don't know. Either way though, 38 buying 38 for it is just easy. Then I know I can come and go as I please. And also, if you buy a pass, you get a half off coupon, so it works for me as well, because, well, I can buy a motorcycle pass for a friend, or I can put a park pass on one of the vehicles if we decide to come up here hiking, kayaking, something like that. More than likely kayaking or paddleboarding, not hiking, because, well, neither me or my wife are really the hiking type. And I got enough stuff going on today. Unfortunately, the drone ain't gonna come out today. I could probably get the 360 out, but honestly, I'd rather just keep going, because of the way the afternoon's looking for me. All these wannabe rock climbers. One thing about the needles, I'm going to show you how to do it. Get behind a car and follow them in. Let them be your blocker. So my friend from Iowa here is going to block for us. Yep. Use you as my block. Yep. Yep, I learned long ago, just use a car as a blocker. Especially when the needles gets busy. Although sometimes you'll get a hero in here that's gonna get out and direct traffic because he's gonna be the hero. I don't know, I feel like that's dumb, but I got better things to do. We must have an animal down there, I'm guessing. I'd be willing to bet it's probably a goat of some kind. Or bighorn sheep, maybe. Who knows? Alright, moving right along. Very nice day today. If you ain't here, I'm sorry. So sorry. And I don't really feel bad for you though, because, well, I'm here and you ain't. Haha. And today is a beautiful day. Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful day. And I understand by now this video is kind of all over the place. What can I say? I kind of harnessed my inner shade surgeon on this one, just kind of all over the place. I mean, the one thing we got going for us is it is going to be in chronological order for the day, so. Well, that's a view, ain't it? That's a view. Yeah, that's a view. Granted, you can't really tell in the cam or in the GoPro, and the GoPro doesn't do it justice, but man, trust me, it's a beautiful view. Boy, people thought that this thing looked goofy before. All right, we're coming up on so if you want to take just a quick, like just hit the big, just hit the needles and the coolest parts of Iron Mountain Road, like basically the pigtails. You want to hit the needles and the pigtails and not do the rest of the park. Coming up here is just a little cut across road. It's Playhouse Road, and it's a good little road if you just want to do just a quick little jaunt on the north side of the park. Also, and I'm going to tell you this mainly because I've been known to do it in the past. If you come in the back way of this, so you go down Iron Mountain Road and you find Playhouse Road, theoretically you can come in through the park that way and yep, there it is right there, just at the Y. So theoretically you can come in here this back way and you don't have to pay. Granted, yes, you still have to pay, but let's put it this way, you ain't gonna get checks probably coming from this way, because the only thing you usually got to worry about is if you're right at that gate there to get out at Sylvan Lake. But usually Sylvan Lake is busy enough coming the other way where you ain't got to worry about it. They ain't gonna worry about you. So and some would say, well, why are you telling them that, blah blah? Well, here's the thing, I've done that before too, so I can't really in good faith say, oh well, you got to pay for the pass and blah blah blah, but also not admit to, yeah, I've also rode dirty before through the park. It happens. Like I said, save a buck, you know. Hey, we're recording. Well, just got wrapped up here. Decided to take the 360 off because honestly, I get nervous about that thing being out there in the wind and like something happening or it drops suddenly and busts the lens up or something like that. But man, what a good ride today. So I will say this about this area. So I was watching one of Shay Lacey's videos this weekend, and she was recapping the second part of her trip with Shade Tree Surgeon from Portland back to Florida. And well, they came through our area, and it makes me smile when I hear, you know, other people that are not from this area go up and down these roads that I go up and down all the time and just gush over them, you know, because when you live in a place like this, you know, you get used to these roads. And I don't care who you are. If you're used to something that's really great, you're gonna get used to that too. And there are times when you kind of just take for granted that, you know, I do live in one of the best areas to ride a motorcycle in the world. And I love it when I watch other people's videos that aren't from here, and just listening to them just gush about the place. And you know, you're like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, this place is awesome to ride it. It is beautiful. That's where I get to ride all the time, and it's awesome. It is absolutely awesome. But now we're in the little town of Keystone here, which, well, it's basically a tourist trap. You got the Rushmore Borglum story, a big massive church, and yeah, that's oh yeah, also you got the depot for the railroad. But that's it. Yeah, it's absolutely a tourist trap. Although I will say this, actually, yeah, we are going to go by it. There's a little tourist trap here, or not tourist trap, a little place here. It's called Sprocket's Fun Foundry. Now, stick with me on this one. It is an arcade on the lower floor, but upstairs they have a hell of a good craft brewery selection. So if you're here with kids and you need something for them to do, take them to Sprocket's. They can go play games downstairs. You can sit upstairs and drink beer. It sounds like a great thing. Even if you don't have kids, you know what? Go there and have a beer, because like I said, they have a really good craft beer selection, and you get upstairs and it's not so crazy upstairs. But so if you need a cool little place to hang out in Keystone, there you go. But other than that, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. And I know this video, there wasn't a lot that happened in this video. It was a lot of just random things. But we kind of tried to keep it on topic, I guess. Nah, we really didn't keep it on topic. We were just kind of all over the place. That's kind of the video I just kind of set out to make today. But either way, you got to see some really awesome views of the Black Hills, so that's a good thing. But so for the Sodak motorcycle block, there's Sprockets right there. Also, they got some decent food downstairs, so they got some decent food. I mean, it's typical bar fare, but you know, I mean, hell, cheeseburger and fries. There's nothing wrong with cheeseburger and fries, just saying. But I'd like to thank you for stopping by this week's edition of the Sodak Motorcycle Vlog. Once again, we do provide weekly motorcycle vlog videos. Mainly we're talking about the Black Hills and Honda Goldwings and Certus Rally a little bit. And yeah, just having a good time. But if you like the video, hit the like button. If you dislike the video, hit the dislike button. Feel free to leave a comment, but if you do leave a comment, know this, it's probably going to get featured on Comments and Beer. So if you have something really dumb to say, go ahead and say it, because I will make you famous to the 20 people that watch that show every week. But furthermore, please consider subscribing to Sodak Motorcycle Blog. And while you're there, you know what, you can hit the bell notification icon. They'll remind you of when new videos come out. But if you don't want to hit that bell notification icon, have your phone blowing up with notifications that you already got too many of anyway, well, all you gotta do is just remember that we come out with a new video Thursday night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time here in the United States. So If you're around the world trying to figure out what time that is, just click on, just search time in Denver, Colorado, because we're on the same time as Denver, Colorado. So if you get synced up to Denver, Colorado, then that's the time we're on. So we're on at 7 p.m. Thursdays in Denver, Colorado. That's the best way to describe it. But I guess I've had enough talking to you. Not that that's a bad thing. You've actually, probably it's the other way around. You've had enough of listening to me. So until next time, from the Sodak Motorcycle Blog, I am Clutch, and we will see you later.